A Mini owner recently paid £1,850 for unnecessary repairs, including a power steering flush on a car with electric power steering. Today, I'm exposing 7 service center scams that could cost unsuspecting Mini owners thousands. Scam number 1. The unnecessary fluid flush ladder. Walk into any Mini dealer for a routine oil change, and by the time you finish talking to the service advisor, you'll have been offered a coolant flush, a brake fluid flush, a transmission flush, and if the advisor is particularly bold, a power steering flush, each one priced separately. Stack them together and you're staring at a bill north of £1,000 for services that in most cases weren't remotely due, and in one specific case cannot physically exist. Here's the one that gives the game away instantly. Every Mini built from 2007 onwards uses electric power steering. There is no hydraulic system. There is no reservoir. There is no fluid to change. If a service advisor at any Mini center offers to flush your power steering fluid, you're being tested to see whether you know your own car. The moment they add that line to your quote, you know everything else on the same estimate is worth a second opinion. The other flushes get abused just as badly. Brake fluid genuinely needs changing every 2 years, no argument. And coolant genuinely needs changing every 5 years or 60,000 miles depending on which comes first. But dealers routinely add both flushes to every single service, regardless of when the last one was done. Your transmission is a different problem. Mini officially calls the automatic gearbox fluid lifetime, which we've talked about being a lie. But that doesn't mean every dealer visit needs a full flush. A drain and fill every 40,000 miles is the sensible interval. Prevention is simple. Before you accept any flush service, ask when the last one was performed. Ask to see the previous invoice if you don't have your own records. And absolutely refuse anything that mentions power steering fluid on a car that doesn't use it. Scam number 2. The phantom cabin air filter trick. You go in for a routine oil change, and the advisor suddenly tells you your cabin air filter is filthy and needs replacing right away. They'll show you a picture of a dusty filter, sometimes not even from your car, and press for urgency. Then they charge you £60, £70, or even £85 for the swap. The really galling part is that in many cases they don't actually replace it at all, or they throw in a cheap £8 aftermarket filter and bill you at genuine Mini parts pricing. This scam is especially frustrating because most Mini cabin filters are easy to replace yourself. On a Cooper or Countryman, it's a 15-minute job behind the glove box, and a genuine Mini or Marley filter costs around £20 at a decent parts supplier. I've seen customers pay dealer prices for years without realizing they could do it themselves in less time than it takes to make a cup of tea. The urgency framing is deliberately manipulative. Cabin filters trap pollen, pollution, and airborne dust before that air reaches your interior. A dirty filter reduces airflow through the ventilation and can create a musty smell in warm weather. Neither symptom is remotely urgent or safety critical. The Mini service schedule specifies cabin filter replacement every 20,000 to 30,000 miles, or roughly annually depending on driving conditions. Nothing more. So here's how you avoid it. First, ask to see the actual filter that came out of your specific Mini and check the underside for dust patterns that match what would actually accumulate over time. A brand new filter dropped in front of a fan for a photo op will look identical to a genuinely dirty one on the customer-facing side. Second, check your owner's manual for the actual service interval. Third, if you want certainty, buy a genuine Mini filter yourself and do the job in your driveway. When it comes to cabin filters, don't let a service center turn a £20 part into an £85 scam. Scam number 3. The Mottfold inflation trick. This is one of the oldest dealership tricks in the UK. Your Mini feels perfectly fine, so you book it in for its MOT expecting a routine pass. The tester goes over the car and the service advisor comes back with a long list of failures, claiming your Mini won't pass without hundreds of pounds worth of repairs. Some issues might be genuine. Too often the list gets padded with exaggerated or completely fabricated problems because every added item means more profit for them. The scare tactics never stop rolling. A brake pad at 3mm, which is legally within limits, becomes an urgent full brake overhaul. A tiny oil weep gets described as a major engine leak that could fail the test. A slightly noisy wheel bearing turns into urgent front hub replacement, safety critical, don't drive it home. Each fabricated fault carries an inflated repair quote, and Mini owners walk away paying for repairs they never needed. Here's what genuinely fails an MOT versus what dealers claim fails one. Brake pads need at least 1.5 millimeters of friction material to pass. Discs need to be free from significant lipping or cracking. Tires need at least 1.6 millimeters of tread across the central three-quarters. Anything above these thresholds isn't an MOT failure, regardless of what the service advisor says. If the pad is legally fine, they can't fail you for it, and any recommendation is advisory, not required. Prevention is straightforward, but requires discipline. If a dealer or main service center fails your Mini with a long list of repairs, take the car straight to an independent MOT test center for a second opinion. Council-run test centers are ideal because they only do the test itself, meaning they have zero financial incentive to invent faults. Independent Mini specialists are the second best option. The £45 to £60 for a second MOT is nothing compared to what you'd save if the first list was inflated. If you're finding this helpful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next Mini video. Now let's carry on because the next 3 scams get worse. Scam number 4, the tech jargon intimidation. I see this at Mini service centers all the time. Advisors try to confuse you with technical jargon because most drivers don't have a mechanical background and dodgy service centers know it. They toss out complicated phrases like adaptive fuel trim divergence or camshaft phasing irregularity or multiplex bus voltage instability, making a completely minor problem sound catastrophic. The goal is simple: scare you into paying for expensive repairs you don't actually need. I've had Mini owners come to me convinced their car was about to catastrophically fail after being told it needed thousands of pounds of work. When I actually inspect the car, the real issue is minor. A slightly dirty throttle body causing a lumpy idle. A small vacuum leak triggering a soft fuel trim code. A single loose sensor connector. Genuine fixes that take an hour or less and cost under £100. All that scary jargon was nothing more than smoke and mirrors, designed to justify a £1,500 quote. The dead giveaway is when you ask a follow-up question and the advisor gets frustrated or defensive. A good Mini technician can explain any problem in plain English because they actually understand what's happening inside your car. If they can't, or if they wave off your questions with vague references to the system, you're being handled. That's when you walk away and get a second opinion from an independent Mini specialist. Here's some solid protection advice. Learn just the basics of your own Mini. You don't need to know every part in the engine bay, but knowing your oil dipstick from your coolant reservoir and roughly what a check engine light versus a service reminder means makes it dramatically harder for a dishonest advisor to take advantage of you. When you understand the fundamentals and demand clear answers, you strip away their biggest weapon, which is your confusion. Quick break. If you want to unlock everything your Mini is capable of, check out my Mini ebook. It's packed with maintenance tips, hidden features, troubleshooting guides, money-saving advice that every owner should know. The link is in the description. Scam number 5. Weaponizing safety fears for expensive repairs. This is one of the sneakiest scams because it targets your emotions rather than your wallet directly. Service advisors frame small mechanical issues as immediate safety threats, particularly with owners who mention children in the car. Your brakes could fail. Your steering could seize. This tire could blow out at motorway speed. Suddenly, a minor issue that could genuinely wait months becomes an urgent same-day repair costing thousands. The most common version happens with brake pads at 3 to 4 millimeters of material remaining. Legally, anything above 1.5 millimeters passes MOT. And realistically, pads at 4 millimeters have thousands of miles of life left in normal driving. Yet Mini service centers routinely quote urgent brake pad and disc replacements at 4 millimeters, framing the recommendation as safety critical, when in reality the customer could safely drive for months before actually needing the work. The steering rack version follows the same pattern. Small oil seepage from the steering rack boot is common on higher mileage Minis and rarely a genuine safety concern. Advisors frame it as risk of catastrophic steering failure to justify a £1,200 rack replacement, when the honest recommendation would be to monitor the seepage and address it only if it worsens or the rack starts binding. The prevention here is emotional as much as practical. When any Mini service center uses phrases like your family's safety or catastrophic failure or could fail at any moment, slow down before agreeing to anything. Ask specifically what the actual measured wear is. Ask what the legal minimum is for the component. Ask what would happen if you drove another 3,000 miles before addressing it. Genuine safety issues have clear answers. Fabricated safety scares have vague answers designed to keep you feeling anxious. There's a specific variant worth naming because it's genuinely dangerous. Some service centers will lock your Mini in the workshop and refuse to release it until you authorize the safety-critical repairs. They frame it as a legal obligation on their part. It isn't. You own the car, and you are legally entitled to take it home the moment you decide not to authorize their proposed work. If any service center refuses to release your Mini until you sign off on repairs they're claiming are urgent, that's a red flag serious enough to involve trading standards. Genuine safety issues get discussed openly with time for you to think and get second opinions. Coercion is not part of any legitimate service relationship. Scam number 6. The oil service upsell ladder. You book a standard oil service, expecting to pay whatever your local Mini specialist quoted. When you arrive to collect the car, the bill is triple what you expected, and the invoice is padded with services you never approved. Fuel system cleaner, £75. Engine flush treatment, £90. Premium synthetic oil upgrade, £45. Air intake cleaning, £60. Each individual item sounds small, but the ladder from a £150 basic service to a £450 finished bill catches Mini owners out constantly. Here's what's actually needed for a Mini oil service. Long Life 04 specification synthetic oil, roughly 4.5 to 5 litres depending on the engine. A genuine Mini or Marla oil filter. That's it. No engine flush required if you've been changing oil regularly. No fuel system cleaner needed unless you have specific carbon-related symptoms. No air intake cleaning needed unless the throttle body is visibly gummed up. The dealer justification for these upsells is usually vague. Your oil looked a bit dirty, so we added flush treatment. There was some hesitation on cold start, so we ran fuel system cleaner. Neither of those symptoms warrants the add-on work at the price they charge. If your Mini has genuine cold start hesitation, it needs proper diagnosis, not a £75 bottle of chemistry poured through the fuel rail. Prevention is simple, but requires assertiveness. Before you drop the car off, get a written estimate that specifies exactly what's included and states clearly that no additional work will be performed without your explicit authorization. Any service center that resists that request has told you everything you need to know about their business model. There's a secondary angle worth mentioning that catches out even careful owners. Some Mini centers offer a diamond or platinum service package for £50 to £100 more than the basic service, marketing it as including everything a Mini owner needs. 90% of the added items on those packages are chemicals your Mini doesn't need, minor visual inspections that take 5 minutes, and complimentary vacuum cleaning that costs the center nothing. The maths never favors the customer. Book the basic service for the actual mechanical work you need. And if your interior needs vacuuming, use the £70 you saved to visit a proper valet instead. Scam number 7. The £1,000 plus timing chain fear scam. Saving the biggest for last. The Mini timing chain scam takes multiple forms and can cost owners between £1,000 and £3,000, depending on which version they walk into. This one deserves special attention because it exploits a genuine Mini failure mode to sell either unnecessary preventive work or falsely diagnosed catastrophic repairs. Here's the honest background. N14 and N18, Mini engines from 2007 through 2015, do have well-documented timing chain issues. The plastic chain guides and hydraulic tensioner can fail, causing the death rattle we've discussed in other videos. Genuine timing, chain replacement using proper OEM parts, runs £1,500 to £3,000, depending on model and specialist. That's real work, real cost, real necessity when the rattle appears. The scam versions look like this. Version 1. The preventive timing chain kit for a Mini that isn't actually rattling. Service advisor tells you, at your mileage, the chain is due for replacement as preventive maintenance. No, it isn't. Timing chains don't have a scheduled replacement interval. You replace them when they fail, not before. The exception is if you're doing major engine work anyway, and the labor to access the chain is already included in another job. Version 2, the false diagnosis. Any cold start ticking gets called a timing chain rattle to justify the full £2,500 kit, when the actual noise is coming from valve lash, an exhaust leak, or a starter motor. Version 3, the wrong parts fix. The dealer replaces the tensioner only, calling it a proper repair, when a stretched chain also needs the chain itself, all the guides, and the sprockets. 6 months later, the noise is back, and they blame you for not doing the full job the first time. Prevention is the most important on this entire list. If your Mini develops any noise that a dealer diagnoses as timing chain, get an independent Mini specialist to verify the diagnosis before authorizing work. A specialist with proper BMW Group diagnostic tools can measure actual timing chain stretch electronically, which is a different piece of evidence from a subjective listen and quote. If the electronic measurement confirms a significant chain stretch, the full kit is the correct fix. If it doesn't, walk away from the £2,500 quote. There's one more version of the timing chain scam that's genuinely shocking when you see it happen. Some Mini centers, aware that their customers have heard about the death rattle from friends or online, will preemptively suggest timing chain work on cars that have never made a single unusual noise, framing it as getting ahead of an inevitable failure. No timing chain failure is inevitable if the oil has been changed on proper intervals with the correct specification fluid. A well-maintained Mini can genuinely reach hundreds of thousands of miles on its original chain. Anyone selling you preventive chain, replacement without any actual symptoms, is selling you fear, not maintenance. The scam works because Mini owners are often anxious about the well-known timing chain issue, and dishonest service centers exploit that anxiety with textbook precision. Verify any timing chain recommendation independently, and never authorize work without electronic measurement of actual chain stretch. Your 3-point protection plan. As an experienced Mini mechanic, my advice for avoiding all 7 of these scams boils down to 3 habits. First, always demand a written estimate before any work begins, with parts and labor itemized. If the final bill exceeds the estimate, you have documented grounds to refuse the extra charges. Any Mini service center that resists giving you a written estimate is telling you everything you need to know about their pricing. Second, ask questions and expect clear answers in plain English. If a service advisor can't explain what's wrong with your Mini and why it matters using words a normal person understands, they're either not competent or they're hiding something. Both reasons justify walking out. Third, trust your instincts. If a technician seems defensive when questioned, if the recommended work feels excessive, if the urgency framing feels manipulative, or if the quote makes your stomach turn, those instincts are usually right. Walk away, get a second opinion from an independent Mini specialist, and let the second quote tell you whether the first one was honest. Drop a comment below and let me know if you've been caught by any of these scams or if you want me to break down another one I didn't cover. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss hidden tips, hidden features, and money-saving advice. And if you want the complete guide to get most of your Mini, check out my ebook linked in the description. Click the video on your screen now to keep watching, and I will see you in the next one.